So first I'm going to read a little section from Rabbi Zikluria, and he's saying that there is 5 names. Hamesh Shemot Yesh LaNefesh. There's 5 names for the Nefesh, from below to above. Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama, Haya, Yechida. Most people don't even know that there is 5 parts to the soul. Either people say spirit, in some language they say soul, so in Hebrew we say sometimes neshama, and we say nefesh, but really it's 5 parts. And it's not very simple, and that's why the difference really between us, people, it's the level. Because even when you say nefesh, it's not just nefesh and then ruach. The nefesh is divided. So when we say nefesh, he says, nefesh is the lowest level and the worst of all the 5. Of course, in Talmud examination, we study something much deeper than that. But even so, the nefesh is not just 5. It means everybody in the world have 5. It means either you have nefesh, ruach, or both, or all, whatever. Every level of those names, it's correspond to sfirot. So when we say yechida, is keter. When we say haya, is bina. Okay? Neshama, ziranpin. And malchut is nefesh. But we have to know that each one of the sfirot and those names, nefesh, ruach, all the names of the soul, they are also divided to 10. And each one of them divided to 10. And each one of them endlessly. So it could be that 2 people nefesh meet, but one is much higher nefesh, and one is very low nefesh. So how do I know, like, what's really, we call it in Hebrew, disgusting nefesh. We do say, goan nefesh. Street talk, not even spiritual talk. Or what does it mean? How do we know? It's the way a person behaves. The way a person behaves, he doesn't really realize. See, I'm going to read it again. Pay attention. It's so important. He says 5 names. Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama, Haya, Yechida. Okay, so kind of, we got it, but wait. There is no doubt, he says, אין ספק כי לא נפל קריאת השמות האלה הנזכרות במקרה. He says, there's no doubt that those names is by coincidence. You need to know כי האדם עצמו, the person himself, it's the spiritual inside the body that called nefesh, ruach, neshama. That's who is the person. והגוף, and the body, is the clothes, like clothes, but the body is like surrounding, like just holding inside that force that called nefesh and neshama. But it's not the person. So he's saying, it's not the person himself. ואינו האדם עצמו. Now, you need to be honest to yourself. You dislike someone. You hate someone. You're angry at someone. You're hurting someone. You're hurting who? Not the body. You're hurting first the soul. But the soul was one before. We just sparks of soul just to finish the job as fast as possible. So you really, not directly, but you're hurting yourself. Exactly. You remember Mirna just said, it's like a person sitting in a boat. His friend says, what are you doing drilling the boat? He says, what do you care? I'm drilling where I'm sitting. Really? We're sitting in the same boat. Exactly, Mirna. So it means you can do something against someone because that someone is not what you see, the package, the body. It's part of God from above. And be honest to yourself, not even to me. And you know how much we get so angry and we hate and we get offended and we get horribly miserable because of so many things, and we're not supposed to at all. You know that every night a person, before he goes to sleep, Maybe I was angry at someone, right? Maybe because I was angry at him, somehow it pushed something in the universe to hurt that person. You know that every night before we sleep, we have to say, I don't want anybody to be hurt because of me. It means on my behalf. And I forgive every person. Before you sleep, you're going to have better life and a longer life.